harassed, and their culture doesn't feel under attack. The language doesn't feel under attack. So we believe that India is everybody's, and everybody should have a free and fair relationship within that structure. Second, we have a real problem with the GST. We're going to reform the GST, and we're going to make a simple GST, lowest taxes possible and the simplest GST possible. So that would be the two broad themes I would put across. Finally, job creation is going to happen through small, medium businesses. It is when you transform small and medium businesses into large businesses that job creation happens. So we would open the banks to these businesses. Currently, these businesses, the job creators, are under assault, under attack. Mr. Narendra Modi has attacked them through demonetization and through a GST, which is extremely complicated and allows a significant amount of rent seeking. Income tax departments, other departments are playing an oppressive role. So we will give access to those small and medium businesses, and we will simplify their life. And we have some phenomenal ideas in our manifesto. I'm not going to announce it here, but I will in the next few days and weeks. We have some phenomenal ideas on how we're going to make entrepreneurship easy, simple, and possible in this country.
Rahul, friends, 1 minute.
Please, one by one.
1 minute.
Rahul, after Pulwama attack and Balakot airstrikes, do you see fresh challenges? After Pulwama and Balakot, do you see any fresh challenge to your political strategies? If yes, do you really think that it has given a perception that BJP has become more courageous? My second question.
Well, the first thing is, the first question is 45 of our people were brutally murdered in Jammu and Kashmir. And I understand that whatever opportunity the Pakistanis will get, they will take. The question is, what did the government do to protect those 45 people? What did the government do to ensure that the Pakistanis could not plant a bomb near their bus? So that's the first question. Second question is the man who planted the bomb. The architect of that bomb is a man called Masood Azhar, released by the BJP, sent to Pakistan, sent to Kandahar by the BJP. National Security Advisor was involved in that deal. So the BJP needs to explain exactly why they sent that criminal back. That's the question of terrorism. The principal issues in this election, there are 3 or 4 issues. The single biggest issue that everybody feels is there is unemployment and joblessness in the country, and Narendra Modi is a flop show when it comes to unemployment and job creation. He's a flop show, nothing better. He makes these statements about Make in India, Startup India, these are all fake statements. The reality is India has the highest unemployment it has had in 45 years. That is going to be a huge issue in the election, and every youngster understands that. Second, the state of India's farmers, and I have seen the farmers of Tamil Nadu in Jantar Mantar. I remember that, I don't forget. And I remember the response of the government to those people. Okay? So, the state of the farmers is the second issue, and the complete disrespect that the BJP government has towards farmers, that's the second issue. The third issue is the wholesale attack on our institutions. Removing the CBI chief at 1:30 at night, demonetizing without asking the RBI chief, RBI chief resigns, Supreme Court judges come out and say, we're not being allowed to do our work. So the wholesale attack on our institutions, the attack on Tamil culture, the attack on the Tamil language, and this is not just Tamil Nadu, all states in India are feeling that. The Northeast is feeling it, the South is feeling it, everybody is feeling it. This country is not going to be ruled from Nagpur. It's as simple as that. Every state has the right to have a voice in this country, and we will guarantee that every single state, including Tamil Nadu, has a voice. Government in Tamil Nadu, frankly, that is remote controlled by the Prime Minister. And this is an insult to the Tamil people. It's an absolute insult to the Tamil people. And I understand the Tamil people's sentiment. But first time in many years, they are being run from Delhi. And it is unacceptable to me. I think the Tamil people should run their own state. Those are the broad issues.
Before asking questions, mention the media name. So, Ramesh. Rahul here.
I understand the Tamil people's sentiment that they are, in first time in many years, they are being run from Delhi. And it is unacceptable to me. I think the Tamil people should run their own state. Those are the broad issues.
Before asking questions, mention the media name. So, Ramesh.
So there has to be a movement towards unification. There has to be a movement towards building bridges. There has to be a movement towards a conversation. And that is the spirit of my first question. Why is it that the Prime Minister is scared of a conversation? So, broadly, the economy has to be put on track. I will give you a broad sense of how I would think about it at a national level.
What is your special?
Let me answer.
What is your special slogan for an parliament election?
Can I answer?
Sorry.
Let me answer.
Yeah.
So broadly, the economy has to be put on track. We have a revolutionary idea that we are studying, analyzing, and I am confident that we will be able to implement a revolutionary idea when we come to power. That idea is called the minimum basic income guarantee. That means that after 2019, there will be nobody in India below the minimum income line. We will decide a minimum income line, and everybody will be brought up to that minimum income line by a direct cash transfer into their bank account. I think this will be a massive boost to Tamil Nadu and the people of Tamil Nadu. The other thing, Tamil Nadu has shown that it has the capability to compete with the Chinese as far as manufacturing is concerned. You are, by all accounts, in India.
Hi Rahul, Manasa here from the News Minute. I just want to ask you about the Finance Commission and them revising the terms of reference. This has been a sticking point with the southern states especially, and your alliance partner has in Tamil Nadu, the DMK, has constantly brought up the issue of the erosion of the federal structure. So essentially the BJP government is penalizing states that have managed to control their population by using the 2011 census data as opposed to the 1971 census data. Can you explain the Congress stance on this, please?
Look, the basic idea of the BJP is to capture every single institution of this country. They want the entire country to be run out of Nagpur. It's RSS. They've destroyed the Planning Commission. They've destroyed the RBI. They're in the process of destroying the Supreme Court, the Election Commission. So anything you read with regards to economic data is frankly just invented by the government of India, as in when they please. I mean, they came up with new GDP numbers. Suddenly they decided that they wanted GDP to grow faster, so they just changed the way you measure GDP. So there is a crisis of credibility here. And as far as we are concerned, we respect institutions. We see India as a mix of cultures and languages, and we want to protect those languages and those cultures. So we will treat everybody fairly, and you've seen our history. You know, just by the way, the BJP differentiates between Indian states based on states where they are in power and states where they're not in power. I mean, that's anti-national. That's not something that the Congress party believes. We support all Indian states because we believe they're part of this country. I mean, you speak to the Chief Minister of Punjab, you speak to the other Congress Chief Ministers, and you see that the BJP doesn't see all states similarly. It sees states where it's in power differently than it sees states where it's not in power.
Sir, this is Ramesh from Pudin. Sir, this is...
Huh? Yeah. My stance is I'm a decentralizer. Okay? So I believe in institutions that decentralize power. I do not believe that India should be run out of the PMO. I believe that India should be decentralized. I also don't believe that India should be run out of chief ministers' offices. I believe that there is a role for a prime minister, there is a role for a chief minister, there is a role for a panchayat, there is a role for an MLA, and each one of those should have the requisite power that is granted to them by the constitution.
So
does that answer your question? Thank you.
This is Ramesh from Pudhiya Talamurai TV. First question is, if the Congress government forms the government, the farmers' loan will be waived or not? Second one
not is... Not if, when. When we form the government, we have a policy and we have made it absolutely crystal clear in states where we are in power. In Chhattisgarh, Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan, we said that we are going to forgive the bank loans within 10 days, and that's what we did. The basic idea and the basic difference between us and the BJP, is that we view farmers as a strategic asset for this country. We believe that without farmers, without agriculture, this country cannot be strong. One second. They do not believe that. So it is our intention to support farmers in whatever way we can, where we can support them with a farm loan waiver, as in Chhattisgarh, Madhya Pradesh and Rajasthan, we will do that. Where we can support them by building cold chain, food processing plants, other infrastructure, we will do that. But we consider farmers to be central to India's development. That is the difference. And as far as supporting them is concerned, it is a matter of belief, it is a matter of faith, and we have 100% faith in the ability of the farmers to transform India. Thank you.
Rahul, here, Rohit from the...
I need to ask other people.
Rahul, Rohit from the Hindu. This with regard to Rafale specifically. So you just said when you come to power, but are you looking at forming the government in 2019? That is one.
Yes.
Okay. When you come to power, the first set of Rafale jets are supposed to come sometime in September, October.
How are you feeling as a reporter of the Hindu when you make it absolutely crystal clear to the whole world, and I thank you for that the Prime Minister of India is a corrupt man? When you have documentation, clear proof, that the Prime Minister of India has bypassed the entire negotiation, when you have clear proof which says he ran a parallel negotiation, when you put that proof down in your newspaper and you show it to everybody, and then there's no investigation, how do you feel? How do you feel, frankly, when you do that and a lot of your colleagues don't support you? Right? You're nodding your head. I understand why they don't support you. Because they are threatened, they are bullied, they are crushed. I understand that. But I'm extremely proud of you for doing your duty. I'm extremely proud of you for putting the truth down right in front of Mr. Narendra Modi. It's not an easy thing to do. So I commend your newspaper.
Okay, thank you.
One sec, he should have another extra question.
I'm actually not come to the question. Yeah. So you said when you come to power, right? So what do you plan to do about it? Because the first set of jets, about Rafale, because the first sets of jets are supposed to come sometime in September this year, and then there is the offset clause and offset contracts. So do you plan? You
should just call it the 30,000 crore clause. The actually we'll rename it. We'll call it the Anil Ambani clause.
Okay. But do you have a concrete proposal to
no, look, as far as the Rafale aircraft is concerned, we do not think there are questions to the capability of the aircraft. The only question we are raising is that Mr. Narendra Modi and Mr. Anil Ambani have stolen 30,000 crores from the Air Force. From the pilots who bombed Pakistan. They have stolen from their pocket. The only question we are asking is, there should be an investigation and the people should be punished. Now I know the question the hidden question you're asking, which is that, are we going to cancel the contract or are we not going to cancel the contract? That is a technical decision. That is nothing to do with us right now. We do not have the information on that. Okay? But The question of corruption is crystal clear. We have an investigation, and I am absolutely 100% certain that on the back of that investigation, Mr. Narendra Modi and Mr. Anil Ambani will be convicted.
But will you still go ahead with the 36 aircraft, or do you have a plan
That's
to go
something.
back
That's
to the
something
126?
that's something when we have access to the information, that will be decided. That would be inappropriate, and I'm not informed enough to answer that question here.
Hello, Mr. Rahul. Hello, Mr. Rahul. Myself, Priyan from Parliament News. And my question is, NDA Alliance has clearly proposed that PM Modi is a PM candidate. And also they say that there is a lot of contradictions in choosing a PM candidate in a UP Alliance. And what do you answer for them?
My answer is that the entire opposition is united and is fighting the BJP, Narendra Modi and the RSS. We are going to defeat the BJP and Mr. Narendra Modi. Prime Minister question, frankly, it is for the people to decide. It is very arrogant for us to make these type of statements about who will be the Prime Minister. People can decide that. Our duty is to defeat Mr. Narendra Modi, and we will deliver on that duty. Our duty, I mean, as the united opposition. Sorry? Yeah.
Are showing good interest in the state of Tamil Nadu. But at the same time, if you want to show your interest or set a footprint here, three things are very important. The first one is about the fishermen issue, where the Tamil Nadu and Sri Lanka are having a bigger issue. The second one is Kaveri, and the third one is personal to you, that is the release of the Rajiv Gandhi assassins, the 7 members. How are you going to deal with it? Because for the past 2 decades, be it Congress or BJP, there is no concrete solution for these issues.
Just repeat the issues. What was the first one? Fishermen. Okay, on the fishermen, we are very clear in our manifesto. We are going to be creating a dedicated ministry for fishermen. Okay, that is going to specifically look into these issues. So we are going to empower fishermen dramatically in our country. On the second issue, Kaveri, we believe that it can be amicably settled. Third issue, okay, Rajiv Gandhi, look, as far as the assassination of my father is concerned, there is a personal issue to me and my family, which we have dealt with, which is fine. And then there is a legal issue. The legal issue has to take its course. And whatever the legal issue, whatever course the legal issue takes, we are happy with. So we are not, we are quite forgiving people. We don't sort of have any animosity or hatred towards anybody. So it is for the court to decide what happens.
My follow-up question is that when it comes to Kaveri, the thing is that Karnataka, either BJP or Congress ultimately, you seem to have an upper hand over there. Till now, there is no concrete kind of solution for that as well.
I think you need a conversation to start. You need a conversation to start between the stakeholders, and that's the type of thing we excel at.
Mr. Rahul, I am
see right now. I mean, you said that national parties are paying attention to Tamil Nadu. Currently, the government of Tamil Nadu is controlled by the national government. So for all practical purposes, Tamil Nadu does not have its own government. Tamil Nadu is currently being run by Mr. Narendra Modi. And that is also something that our alliance, frankly, the DMK and the Congress alliance, is fighting. We don't accept that the Prime Minister's office should be running a state like Tamil Nadu. We simply do not accept it. The Tamil people should run their state. The Tamil spirit, the Tamil language has to be protected. And we do not appreciate, for whatever reason, he is able to manipulate these people or pressurize these people. The outcome is not a good outcome for the people of Tamil Nadu. And that is something that we want to change.
Mr. Rahul, I am Muralidharan.
And by the way, this feeling is there in Tamil Nadu. The sense that there is an assault on Tamil culture, that there is an assault on Tamil language, there is an assault on Tamil students. This feeling is there. We've seen it. And this feeling is unfortunate. This feeling has to be erased from the hearts of Tamil people. Tamil people should feel that in our country, we run our state, our language, our culture, our history is not attacked, and we are equal partners in this state.
Mr. Rahul, I'm Muralidharan from BBC. If Congress win back to power, will you give education as a state subject? And the NEET exam
education as a state subject?
Yeah, it's a concurrent subject now.
Yeah.
So will you give it back to states? And the NEET exam, what's your take on that? NEET exam is a big worrisome issue in Tamil Nadu.
Yeah, I mean that is an issue that we will look into. That it is discriminatory against youngsters in the state. That is something we will look into, and I think it is resolvable. Broadly, I feel that we need to spend a lot more on education. As a country, we are not spending enough on education, and we've been discussing with the manifesto committee that we want to make it 6% of expenditure. We want to make it 6%. So we want to increase the amount of expenditure on education. The NEET issue, we are flexible people, we can work out a solution. I'm very confident of that. I don't know, I mean, what do you feel? Returning it absolutely to states? Yeah. So, to answer your question, the center has a role in higher education. It doesn't have a role in primary education. And I think that makes sense. Primary education, secondary education should be the domain of the state. And on the higher education side, there are certain aspects that the center brings which are positive, so we don't have a problem with it. Let me frame it for you differently. We are against the assault on the education system of our country. Today, Vice Chancellor after Vice Chancellor is being placed based on the ideology he follows. Institutions are being suppressed and forced to follow what Mr. Mohan Bhagwat and the RSS believe. That is, for us, unacceptable. We want our institutions to be independent. We want our students to ask questions, to challenge ideas, any idea. So that is the difference between the spirit.
Hello, Rahul sir. I am
I think we have a time issue now.
Yeah, I am Tamilarisi from News 18. How many percentage of seats would Congress allot to women?
We are not just going to allot percentage of seats to women. We are doing something much bigger than that. We are doing something bigger than that. We've taken a decision in our manifesto that we are going to pass women's reservation, 33% of parliament seats, 33% of Vidhan Sabha seats, and we've also taken the decision at the national government level to reserve 33% of all jobs for women.
Sir, Deva from News 7. Sir, Deva from News 7. Tamil Nadu, தொடர்ந்து திமுக அதிமுகவோட இணைந்து பயணிச்சிட்டு வரீங்க. காங்கிரஸ் தன்னெழுச்சியாக உருவாவதற்கு எது தடையா இருக்குன்னு நினைக்கிறீங்க? அதுபோக நீங்க தமிழ்நாட்டில் ஒரு தொகுதியில போட்டியிடணும்னு சொல்லி உங்க கட்சி நிர்வாகிகளே சொல்லிட்டு இருக்காங்க. தமிழ்நாட்டில் நீங்க போட்டியிடுவதற்கான வாய்ப்புகள் இருக்கிறதா?
There is a meeting of minds between the DMK and the Congress. So we are working together, and I think it's a very constructive alliance. I think it's a very powerful alliance. So there's no question of Congress fighting alone here. We are in an alliance, and that's what we're going to do. Yeah.
Political parties in Tamil Nadu feel that Congress had a role in the Sri Lankan genocide, the war crimes that were committed in Sri Lanka.
No, I don't think they feel that. They don't feel that.
So what is your reaction to it? Was the Indian government complicit in the Sri Lankan?
I mean, that's an absurd question. I mean, that's not even a question worth asking. There's no question of that. We are We love the Tamil people, we support the Tamil people, and there's no two ways about that. I mean, I find that, frankly, I find that question insulting. Huh? Now, my special slogan for Parliament election, I'll have to reflect on that for a while, but the main thrust is employment, farmers, and happy, prosperous, united India. Yeah, last question. On Aam Aadmi Party, we've made our stance very clear. There's no confusion about that. Thank you very much, all of you, for coming here. Thank you.
Thank you.